Am I live? Am I here? Let's see if I get a good angle. Can you guys hear me through the microphone? What is up, YouTube? I do not know how long this stream is going to last. The last time that I did a stream from Procreate, it crashed horribly due to internet problems. So I'm going to try to do this the best I can. I just want to thank everybody who's watching this right now. It's 8 o'clock. This is the Sunday stream. Again, probably going to be a little bit shorter than normal. And as requested from last week, and as you see with these wonderful people in front of me, this is going to be a caricature stream. I felt like it would have been better for me to do this through my tablet than to do it through physical paper, since that's going to be the focus. I asked people in the last stream, and I did a quick reminder on today, which reminds me, it's hard for me to always update and to always shoot out posts and updates. I wish I would have maybe like put out another one during the week. Would that have been more appropriate to like remind people, hey, if you want to send me a picture, just let me know. And while I'm talking, I'm going to go on YouTube, and I'm going to go and check to see how the stream is doing. Going to Video Manager. So I'm doing this while I got my computer up here. Gonna turn off the sound. Well, it looks like it's not on YouTube yet. So I don't know where this is going. I'm gonna go through Twitter to see if it's showing up. Yep, it is live. And I see that it is recording. So let's go ahead and get started. I got 3 wonderful people that went ahead and wanted to do pictures, caricatures for the stream, and this is what I gotta say. Look at these beautiful people, aren't they adorable? I mean, these are some. I don't know about you guys, but I have some beautiful, handsome fans, especially this handsome devil over here. This is Nathaniel Foga. I hope I'm pronouncing your last name right. All I gotta say is, dude, you are one handsome devil. The picture itself, I cropped out for the focus of the caricature. I think I'm gonna go ahead and start with Nathaniel. I'm gonna go ahead and create a new layer. All right, I got the chat going on right now. It's like everybody's checking it out. That's right. Do I know Nostalgia Critic and do I know Animat? That's my first question I got right now. This is what I can tell you. If anybody seen my videos knows that Animat and I are good friends. So I'm not going to answer too many questions right now. Right now I want to figure out head sizes. See, that's the best thing about caricatures is that you want to figure out the right head size. All I got to say is, Nathaniel, wow. This face right here, this is the face that says, yeah, I am one handsome man. I am one handsome dude. Like, I don't want to say it's smug, but it's perfect, and it's great for caricatures. I know you sent me 2 other photos, but for me, this is the one that I wanted to use. Like, just look at it. It's got the perfect expression. All I gotta say is, wow. Again, all 3 of you, wonderfully handsome viewers. So this was an interesting factoid. If anybody watches Dr. Oz, Terry Crews showed up once, and if you didn't know, Terry Crews is a very talented artist, and he did a little demo on Dr. Oz, and he had some very interesting things to say. For starters, he said that if you want to do a I'm drawing a blank here. If you want to do a perfect caricature, make sure the eye line is straight through the head. I actually didn't know this. I always figured that it was an illusion, but the way Terry Crews described it, you know, actor, big buff guy Terry Crews described it, your eyes are always going to be the center of your head. So you're always going to make the center, the eye line, the center of the head. I'm sure art students, you know, artistic guys, you know, art folks who went to art school already knew this. So the beautiful thing about this caricature is that he's got like, I'm going to give him like these Chuck Jones eyebrows, because you know how Chuck Jones likes to do the he wants to do the half squinted look. So I don't want to go for perfect detail. I just want to go for expressions. I had a chance to practice this just a little bit. So not going to spend too much time on details. So I got one comment I want to check out. Hi, Jonathan. Zach Ulysses. Granny want to pinch those cheeks. They are great cheeks. Jonathan from J-Watch, and I'm going to tell you now that you are one of the reasons and inspirations of why I made my YouTube channel. Thank you. Thank you very much. You are, I appreciate that. Comments like that, wow, make me feel very good. Thank you. I'm glad to know that you're watching this. And Eric asked me, and I remember you were talking on the last stream, the question you have, and don't mind me touching my beard all the time. I'm using iPad Pro. I'm using iPad Pro. This is actually the 13-inch, which I specifically got because I do a lot of digital work. Because I didn't want to get a small tablet. I wanted to get something just a little bit bigger. Let's see, should I give him a little bit more hair? I think I should give him just a little bit more hair. But then that makes his forehead looks a little bit too bigger. So probably make it just like this over here. And yes, the best part are those cheeks. Those are some wonderfully adorable cheeks. Again, I got some handsome fans right here. That's all I gotta say. And it looks like the stream is pausing. Please don't crash, please don't crash, please don't crash. Please don't crash. Okay, it looks like it's still going on my end. I hope it's not crashing. Hope it's not crashing. Don't crash. I guess while that's loading, I'm just gonna continue on with the drawing. Yup. No internet connection again. Turn Wi-Fi off. Turn Wi-Fi on. I have no idea if this is still, if you're still able to watch this on the phone. Yep. Still loading. Okay. Let's see. Review. Okay, so it looks like it's still online. So it looks like nothing's crashed on my end here, and it's still recording. So that's good. I get super worried about this. I'm trying to find a better way of me to do this. I'm thinking at some point I'm gonna have to get 3Gs, or at least a data plan for the iPad, because I don't use data for the tablet. But the tablet I have right now is a drawing a blank here. Is I'm gonna give him his eyebrows over here. Over here. I know that's a little it's a little off model here. Let's see, how is he smiling? He's got all teeth. The key to doing teeth is to not put too much detail in the teeth, or else it's going to look weird. Just for illustration point, if you do this, it's going to look like he's got braces. Not good. Not good at all. So that's the outline I got for Nathaniel over here. Wonderfully adorable Nathaniel. I hope I'm not embarrassing you, bud. By saying that, I gotta give you maybe give it a little bit more detail on the eyebrows over here. Chris Stuckman's a good reviewer. Eric Fasoldi. I don't know how to pronounce your last name. It's probably super easy. I'm not getting it. I don't mind him. I like watching his reviews every once in a while. Somewhat inspirational if I ever just want to make a review, you know? You just gotta appreciate YouTubers that just focus on reviews, you know? No sketches, no gimmicks, just straight on. This is what I'm watching. This is what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. Maybe give him like... I think I'm going to do another underline drawing after this. Maybe erase this over here too. And let's see if maybe I need to put a little bit more detail. Maybe bring the nose up. The key to good caricatures is to do a lot of exaggeration. Practice. Jason Balderman asked me, how do I draw like that? Lots and lots of practice. That could be a good or a bad thing. Hello, Michael Kenny, my man. One of my Facebook pirate pictures and do that. Oh! So, if you guys don't know this, I think I'm just going to focus on the 3 drawings on this stream, but then maybe the next week I do this, I'll do more photos on the stream. But this is just to test and see how things are going. Don't mind me always touching the screen like this. If it's going to give you a headache, I apologize. But Michael, Mr. Kenny, challenge accepted. Say hello to the world, Michael. You're on live TV or live internet. Blech. It looks weird because there's a lot of lighting going on with this one, which is why it looks the way it does. I'm sure, because this is just focusing on very simple details. If I were to color this, it would be different. But right now, I'm just focusing on the details, you know. And with characters, you do very simple. You just don't focus on the big details. You focus on the little things. Hey, I draw any type of fan, dude. Any type of fans. Please tell me the internet is working. Oh boy. I get so worried about this, if the internet's gonna connect or not. It drives me nuts. So let me know if you guys are still able to see this. I'm gonna go on YouTube through my phone, which is connected to 3Gs, and I'm still able to see if we're good. Yep, we're still live. It's just my computer's being a little bit funky. Let's scroll down to the chat. So far we are going to be doing pictures that you send me through Twitter. You DM me, or you can be a fan of my Facebook page. So this gentleman over here, a little factoid about Ryan. Other than that, he's another handsome devil. He's the moderator of the That Fellow in the Coats, the official thatfellowinthecoat.com Facebook fan page. So if you ever have a fan, he's most likely going to be approving you and getting you onto the fan page. Super sweet guy. Great guy. And he's always watching my streams and always promoting my stuff and promoting everybody's stuff on That Fellow in the Coat. Super cool guy. Let's see if I can go make a new layer for you, Ryan. I don't know why I'm doing super detailed. To me, these seem super detailed. Let's give you a head shape. Let's go for just a regular oval head shape. And I think the beauty of this one is that it's so perfectly straight on that it makes it easy for me to just focus on this. I'm gonna for the sake of the drawing, I'm not gonna give you ears. Hello! Look at this! Look who we got here! Mr. Animat, how you doing, bud? Someone actually asked me if I knew you. So, I guess you know me, right? So, this is all testing, because I'm pretty new to Procreate and streaming, so I'm still figuring this out, still testing the waters. The last time I did this stream, it crashed, so I'm really hoping that's not going to happen today. Really hoping. So the way I'm drawing right now, I'm not at my regular desk. I'm doing this from my computer desk, which isn't really a drawing desk. If anything, it's not even a desk. It's just a plastic, cheap plastic, Costco level type thing. I just go for the glasses, man. I love drawing glasses. If you haven't noticed, I'm a fan of the glasses. Love the glasses. Glasses. Even saying glasses is fun. The beard is the best part. Yeah. Let's go ahead and give you some stubble. Because you got some stubble going on over there. I have no idea why I'm getting so into this. Maybe I should do a Bob Ross impression while I'm doing this. Yeah. Whack the devil out of it. Let's go ahead. I don't know. Gotta watch Bob Ross to get that. What do we got going on here? Favorite. I appreciate that, Matt. Favorite. I'm saying favorite 3 times already. DreamWorks animated film. Easy. Shrek. I mean, I love Kung Fu Panda, and I probably like it more as a film, but as far as like an penultimate DreamWorks movie, my top 3 is Kung Fu Panda, Kung Fu Panda, Prince of Egypt, and Shrek. Oh, no, wait. My favorite one? Madagascar 3, Europe's Most Wanted. No, I hate that movie. In fact, I'm not a fan of any of the Madagascar films, which is an unpopular opinion, apparently. Because it's a beloved franchise. It's a beloved franchise, guys. Beloved franchise. I'm going to give you big eyes. Nice, big old eyes. That's what we're going to go for. That's the best I got so far. You know what, though? I'm going to maybe make the jawline a little bit bigger, if you don't mind me. Now you have no jaw. Where did his jaw go? It's all gone. No! No jaw.
Hey, I got a big old chin going on over here. Hello, everybody. Me and my one for big chin.
I'm such a dork. It's gone. We're getting a Madagascar 4? I hope not. Didn't DreamWorks announce that they were going to have another Madagascar film? Was that in the deal they had a couple of years ago? They said they were going to make another How to Train Your Dragon sequel, which is coming out. I do know that they're making a new sequel. At first, I thought it was just going to be another TV series. But I think it's called Hidden World. So more dragons, more dragon lore. We got ice dragons. We got big fire-breathing dragons. Let's go ahead and make your head, make this just a little bit bigger. And let's have you and Nathan become best friends over here. Hey, bud, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Just posing for the camera.
Yeah. Oh, and if you don't know, in the picture Nathaniel sent me, he's posing with voice actor. You know what I'm missing? Josh Hartnett, the voice of Wacko. He's got like a nice little beard, nice little mustache, nice tiny little mustache going on there. I don't know if there's a goatee there though. You got a goatee, bud? Oh man, now everybody's gonna go ahead and start talking to Animat. Go. It's all good. I really appreciate you on the stream. It makes me feel good. Thank you, Jess Harnell. I appreciate that. I'm such a loser. Let's go ahead and give you a little mustache going on there. I liked you better without the mustache. Let's hold off on the mustache. Now let's go ahead and draw this gentleman, this perfect human over here. Just so you know, this is animation analysis. I don't know his full name. You can go ahead and comment and let me know what your full name is. Good evening to you, Rainbow Ties. I don't pay anybody any money. So, I'm going to go ahead and draw this devious little person over here. Not to make big deal of anything, but did mention that he was gender fluid. So I asked him, you know, what if you prefer a specific pronoun, just because I know if you're gender fluid or you're anywhere on a spectrum of gender, you have different pronoun, and he preferred or they preferred they or them. So I said, you know, that's perfectly cool. That's perfectly cool. So if I'm a fool, you can call me out on it. If I make a mistake, just be like, yeah, you terrible person. So just let me know if I'm okay. I'm gonna stick with JC. Thank you, JC. I'm gonna go. This is gonna be fun. And your head shape's gonna be a nice baby carrot looking thing over here with a nice point at the tip. He's also a super good artist too, so you should go ahead and check out his stuff. And I'm going to give just enough space for your hair because you got a lot of lovely hair going on there. Maybe I'm going to go ahead and just sort of figure out hair length, how long the hair is going to be going on over here. That's the fun part. I love me a man with a head. I love me a person with a headband, so I got mine on too. Much respect. Speaking of long hair, did anybody see the Deadpool 2 trailer? What do you guys think of the millennials, the millennial mullet, the man bun? I had one. I may even have one again, depending on... no, I'm just focusing on drawing the hair. What do we got? What do we got going on here? Any other questions you guys got? Favorite Marvel films? Ooh. Everybody who knows me knows that one of my favorite movies of all time is 2002 Spider-Man. You know, that was a movie that that made me love comics. It made me love the character. It made me explore more of the character. The same way Batman for a lot of people introduced them to comic book lore, you know. And for me, Spider-Man's that film. But if we're talking MCU movies, my favorite one right now is The Avengers. I think that really set the standard of the Marvel movies. I know a lot of people say Iron Man, and it's a good movie. I mean, Iron Man's in my top 5, but the thing is, it's good for a lot of reasons, the same ways it establishes a formula for a studio. But, like, it also establishes things I don't like about the MCU, like formulas that I'm not crazy about. Ooh, and this is the best part. Got that devious eyebrows going on there. I said you had influenced by Villainous. Oh, I did see Supervillain Bowl. If anybody knows what that is, the Supervillain Bowl is a sequel to Toon Sandwich videos. They do these very interesting animated reviews. So I got two gentlemen with glasses going on here. Not bad. So now I'm wondering how I'm going to do the eyes. Oh, and if anybody else says, I did, thank you. It is the Snow White of MCU films. It establishes, yeah, that's a great comparison. Let's see here. What do I think of the Has Been Hotel trailer? So if nobody knows, there's a YouTuber named Vivzy Pop. And I didn't know about Vivzy Pop at first, but I knew she watched my videos. And I even messaged her at one point, thanking her for that. She is a super awesome animator, as I would discover. And I mean, not just like regular run-of-the-mill. She is like a legit amazing animator. Like, we're looking at the, a future Lauren Faust over here. I think that's the best comparison I can come by, because like, her characters do remind me of the female cat character from Cats Don't Dance. I know I should be saying, oh my God, Jace Balderman, you are putting me in in a box over here. I'm not going to answer that question now. Sorry about that. I'm not going to say who my favorite is. But long story short, Has Been Hotel is a project that Vivzy Pop is working on. That, let's see how your eyes are looking here. That she had a trailer come out, and it's sort of like Hotel Transylvania in premise, but I'm sure it's going to be different to Hotel, maybe a little bit more violent. than Hotel Transplended, but instead of a hotel for monsters, it's a hotel for demons. That's the most I know about it right now. I don't know why I'm going for detail in these sketches. But that's what I'm gonna go right. That's what I'm gonna do. Austin Manders, thank you, Natalie. Austin Manders asks, "What are our thoughts on a show called BoJack Horseman?" So I actually did. Oh, I'm drawing another blank here. I did my thoughts on BoJack Horseman, specifically seasons 1, 2, 3. I think even just specifically season 3. BoJack Horseman, show on Netflix, amazing. I mean, the animation kind of, I wouldn't even say it's like great, but it fits the style of that show. And if anything, I would massively recommend that show for anybody who's interested in the idea of depression. I think as far as portraying depression in film, BoJack Horseman actually does it pretty well. Probably better than most live action stuff. At first I thought it was narcissism, but then the more I really thought about it, it does focus on depression. And as far as making unlikable characters likable, it does a better job nowadays than, dare I say, Rick and Morty, you know? That may be an unpopular opinion, but, you know, it does better at making unlikable characters likable. Because, I mean, what's going on over here? Going crazy. Sorry. It's late at night. Or, to me, it's late at night. A little nuts. Oh, man, I love this hair. JC, man, you got this lovely mop going on. I love it. I love it. So what do we got going on here? Are we already fighting over Animat and his opinion on Sony Pictures? Let's keep the fighting to a minimum. Just Steph asks me, any advice on what not to say to people with mental health issues? Doing it for attention. That's a tough question to ask. I know I've been very open about talking about mental health, and I have had another channel focused that I at least wanted to post more content to talking about mental health. You know, all I can tell you is that everybody's unique. Everybody's different, and that's what I've experienced the most, is that everybody responds differently, and you know what, you're bound to make mistakes. You shouldn't go on regretting the mistakes you make, but like sometimes we goof up, sometimes we mess up when we talk to people. But upon first meeting somebody, that's bound to happen. That's natural, you know? It happens. You can't dwell on it, you know? Not every conversation you have is going to be perfect. You know, this conversation I'm having right now on this stream is goofy, but you know, I might say something that'll offend somebody. I may not. You never know. I mean, as long as you're honest and upfront about the way you are. Wait, am I on the right layer? Yeah, I am on the right layer. Why does it look a little bit... Oh, you know why? Because I stretched it out. That's why the pencil stroke looks different. So you know what? Let's go ahead and start just focusing on these beautiful folks I got over here. Beautiful, beautiful folks. Sorry if I'm not answering all the questions. I got a lot of people checking out this stream. I'm gonna thank Animat for that. I really thank you, dude. I'm gonna thank Animat on that one. So we got JC. We got Nathaniel, who's going to be merging with... Oh no! They're one and the same person! Ah! Oh no! No, I'm just messing with you guys. I'm just playing. They're two separate right now. Two separate layers. And I'm gonna go ahead and give Ryan his spot right over here. Hello, Ryan. Hey, Ryan. How you doing? And those are... The Three Stooges. No, I'm just kidding. Let's go ahead and do Ryan first. I know it's going to be... I'm not doing another underlying layer. I'm just actually I'm going straight for the inking now. Normally, if you don't draw a lot, an underlying layer is where you're doing the sketching. Normally, I've been giving myself the habit of doing 2 underlying layers before I ink, but I think I'm confident enough in the way this looks. Just go. And I love this brush, by the way. And Procreate, this is the dry ink brush. I think it's just long enough. And Ryan, I apologize, but you're gonna have Fred hair. Fred from Scooby-Doo. I hope that's I hope you don't mind that, but I feel like that's kind of how we're looking right now. But yeah, this brush is sexy. I love it. Sexy brush. The dry ink brush is so beautiful. If anybody knows me, I love the ink medium. It's one of my favorite mediums, and I feel like this brush perfectly captures that. Tablet's actually getting kind of hot. do you think Ryan? That's right, Ryan. He doesn't have a catchphrase. Do you think I should give you an ascot? Think I should give you an ascot? Wow. So Daniel, I don't know how to respond to that question. I'm sorry. I mean, I think I wasn't prepared to talk about mental health issues. I know I somewhat brought up LGBTQ, but you have every right to talk to a counselor. Right now, I didn't anticipate counseling right now, and I'm sorry I'm telling you that right now, but if you're going through something, you need to find someone to talk to. I'm unfortunately not that person to do that right now. And I know I kind of opened myself up and I put myself in that position by answering a mental health related question. But me personally, my mind goes all over the place. I feel like if I'm not giving attention to it, it doesn't help. It doesn't help anybody, to be honest with you. So let's just focus on tunes. But if you want to privately message me, I'll allow that. If I don't respond to it, I'm not trying to be rude. It's just I get a lot of messages. But you should talk to somebody. Shouldn't have to deal with things by yourself. Ugh, hope that helps. Hope I don't sound like a jerk saying that. But I guess that's what happens. I mean, normally I don't get to talk to a lot of people about things like that, normally. Again, let's focus on cartoons. So my favorite Fanboy and Chum Chum character? Probably, ooh, it's been a while since I've seen that show. I'm gonna go out of my way and say I like the spirit of Fanboy. I know he's like supposed to be kind of ignorant at times, but I just feel like his and the owner of the shop, Ozzy, he's a good character too. I like Ozzy a lot too. Those are my 2 favorites. And Chum Chum, of course, is the third. He's, they're a good team. They're a good duo. You can message me on Twitter. Isn't Chum Chum voiced by Nancy Cartwright? I did know that there was a Woody Woodpecker show in the late 90s. Now I'm getting overly distracted. You know what? Maybe I'll get to answering more questions if I don't answer them now after the drawings. Because you guys are so many questions. Let's just focus on the art, man. Let's just focus on the art, man. It's all about the art, man. Let's do the art. Guys are coming on with the hard-hitting questions tonight. Does anybody want to talk about the review? I know a couple people talking about Woody Woodpecker. Little known story. I was motivated to do that review because one of the kids I was working with showed me a movie he liked. And he showed me a scene from the Woody Woodpecker movie, the opening scene where the poachers are hunting Woody. Oh, you know what? That's what I'm forgetting. Stubble. And he said he was funny. It was hilarious. And he wasn't the only kid to tell me that. There were a couple other kids who really liked the Woody Woodpecker movie. I blame the parents. No, I'm just kidding. I don't blame anybody. I don't blame anybody. But I think that's what motivated me to finally do it. Because once I saw that movie, man, I knew I had something to talk about. Someone commented that it reminded them of every bad 90s animated film. Too true. Too true. And this is Ryan. Oh, and that's right. He's got to have an ascot. Ruby-dooby-doo! Oh my god, I didn't even... That's the worst ascot I've ever drawn. Let's give you a catchphrase. Catchphrase! Thanks, guys. Let's go ahead and do sexy over here. Let's maybe lighten this layer up too. Let's go ahead and start drawing. The last stream I talked a little bit about Scooby Natural. Pretty good. I was kind of a purist when talking about Scooby Natural, because I think the Johnny Bravo crossover was a little bit better. But again, it was a while since I've seen that, but it was a good crossover. Yeah, I like those eyebrows. That's how we're doing it today. The beauty of this brush is that you can keep it on one brush setting and you don't have to make it any bigger or smaller. Spider-Man 1 is my favorite, but as a movie, Spider-Man 2 is the best as far as actual movies go. But me personally, I don't know. That movie, that Spider-Man 1 really... It came out at the right time in the right place. Let's just say that. Without going into full detail, but... Yeah. Alright. Now let's give you a catchphrase. Girl. There we go. Avengers 3 is gonna make a lot of money. Ooh, you know what? I'm gonna fix this. This is bugging me. Or is it? Let's see. Now I know it's bugging me. Let's fix this actually. I'm gonna redo this line. Don't mind that you're not gonna have a side profile. It's just something I want to fix. Over here. Ooh. Hello. That actually gets the job done. Maybe make it a little bit thicker. Just for consistency's sake. Yeah, chiseled. Let's go with that. Live action Johnny Bravo. What do you think? Hey, you guys are actually asking me really good questions. I would like to see a live action Johnny Bravo. And Jace, shame on you. Jace, shame on you. I already said which one was my favorite Funko. I'm not answering that question. I'm not answering that question. No. 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 Not answering. go ahead. Oh, great. Video playback interrupted. Let's see. I'm just gonna go ahead and check if this is still connected. Let me know if this is still connected or if there's some connecting issues. Well, no, it looks like it's still recording, so it's no issue. It's just on my computer's end. I'll answer that later. Let's go ahead and draw my man JC, my buddy. You know, it was rumored for a while that, what's his name, The Rock was going to play Johnny Bravo. And knowing that The Rock is in the position he is in now, I actually would not mind seeing The Rock play Johnny Bravo. Especially because it would kind of go with the creator. So if people didn't know this, the creator, I forgot his name, but he's like Polynesian, I believe. Or at least he's from the Philippines. And knowing that, The Rock is part Momoan, I just think that would kind of work out well. I'm getting distracted again. Blah. That's what happens when you got so many things in your mind. I said Momoan. I meant Samoan. No, I did say Momoan. that was my bad. Ugh. I think that's the beauty. I'm gonna give you a little bit curls because this is reminding me of Hades, or not Hades. Like I think it's pronounced Sharpay, the illustrator who did the work for the wall. It's got that sort of curl going on there. Yeah. Here we go. That's fun. This is fun, man. But yeah, I would love to do this again. Maybe make it a Wednesday thing if I can get around to doing it on Wednesday, doing caricatures. Let's fix that out. We're only gonna focus on line art today, and then afterwards we're gonna answer questions anybody has through the chat. You know what I find weird? If Avengers Infinity Wars is super disappointing. I mean, there's a lot riding on it. I'm worried. It's not going to be the movie people wanted it to be. There's a lot riding on it. The same way there was a lot riding on Spider-Man 3. Hate to be that guy, but I'm going to be that guy. I'm going to give you that little pupils because you're evil and you're taking over the world. Yeah. This is a fun portrait I got going on here because you just look so maniacal. That's actually going to be your catchphrase. Mwahaha. There we go. And those are my sketches for the evening. Let me know what you guys think. Let's go ahead and hide this underlayer. Let's go ahead and answer some questions people got. And then I think we'll probably end this for the night. So I did a review of Isle of Dogs. And I'll keep it short because I got a video on that. I really liked it. I saw it twice. I went out to see Isle of Dogs twice. That's how much I enjoyed it. Thank you guys. Thank you very much. Fit in the Scooby universe. Any other questions anybody has? It looks like everybody's just sort of commenting on stuff. Balderman, Mr. Balderman says, my favorite Rugrats character, probably going to be Chucky. Originally was Tommy, but as I gotten older, I've kind of appreciated Chucky a little bit more over the years. You know, Mushroom Queen, there are plenty of movies that I've wanted to watch but never get the chance to see. A lot of Hitchcock films come to mind. Woody Allen films come to mind. I mean, I know there are plenty of Woody Allen films that I want to see. I never get a chance to see. As far as animation goes, I can't really think of any animated films that I want to see that I don't get around to seeing. I always find a way to get around to seeing animated films. But it's different for live action films. Did not know that Fanboy is voiced by Psycho Pete. Are we talking about Psycho Pete from Always Sunny in Philadelphia? Because that would be hilarious. Yeah, I could do Marvel Heroes on the next stream. And this software, if anybody is curious, this software is called Procreate. So Procreate is made for the iPad. This is the iPad Pro. I believe this is the 13-inch tablet because it's just wide enough for drawing. And I didn't get the upgrade yet. I know I'm going to be upgrading this later tonight. I kind of wish I upgraded it now before the stream. But lesson learned, nothing's crashing on my end, so I'm kind of happy about that right now. Favorite Guardians of the Galaxy character? Probably Drax. I know a lot of people have been hinting that Drax may be one of the characters to go in the sequel, in this new Guardians, in this new, not Guardians, this new movie, this new Infinity Wars movie, but that would be super disappointing. I think as far as a character goes, Drax represents everything I love about being quirky. He's a very quirky character, and I think he's one of my favorite quirky characters. Speaking of gargoyles, so Jay, I don't know if you see this, but check this out. I got this off of RIPT tees, but it's the Batman logo with Goliath. I would like to talk about gargoyles. Little known fact, Gargoyles was one of the few animated shows my dad and I would watch together while it was still on TV when I was like super young. And I think its main appeal was that it had Star Trek actors. My dad loved the Star Trek Next Generation crew. You know, GIMP I've discovered in college. Traditionally, I've used Photoshop for years. I've actually learned how to draw digitally through Photoshop rather than having to do it through GIMP. But let's see what else we got here. I don't know. I don't know what to say about Solo. I don't have any opinions on that. And Mr. Ulysses is curious to know my thoughts. Without outsourcing to Korea, is traditional animation financially viable anymore, or is it just 3D animation now? I don't think that's... I think the industry would change. I think if one country's not going to outsource, I'm sure there will be another country to outsource animation to. It's not like that's going to destroy the industry. I'm sure that's a possibility. I don't read a lot of webcomics. I read a lot of traditional print. I know I sound like a hipster there. I only read traditional print comics. But no, I don't read a lot of webcomics. I know I should. There's plenty of great webcomics out there. I just don't get around to. Sup. Listen, I don't know if you know this, but I reviewed Bubsy. There should be a review of Bubsy on my channel. Just look up Cartoon Palooza Shorty Bubsy. Speaking of which, I don't feel like I'm doing any shorties lately. Mostly because my format nowadays, I'm going to be shortening my video length. Means I'm probably not going to be doing shorties anymore. Okay. I am not familiar with Misha Cakes, Caleb. I will actually check that out. because I know you recommended Vipsy Pop and then let me know that she was watching my stuff, and then lo and behold, I discovered she was subscribed to my channel. So who knows? She's probably watching the stream right now. That'd be fun. If she is, just letting her know, Has-Been Hotel looks amazing. Deadpool or Spider-Man? To win a fight, definitely Deadpool. But in all fairness, I'll go out of my way and say Spider-Man, just favorite character. More so a fan of Spider-Man. Love the lore. Love everything Spider-Man. Animated short films you want to watch, whether they are animation companies or online. So if I'm going to be searching for something, I'd probably want to search for something that's harder to come across. So with that said, I would probably want to watch something that I don't watch a lot. I just said that. Ugh. I would probably want to watch more Terrytoons. I don't think I've watched that many Terrytoons over the years. Famous Studios. Man, I love this. I love this expression. You gave me a lot of good stuff to work with, man. And I guess while I'm answering questions, I'm probably going to go ahead and probably start coloring this. Actually, go ahead. Give myself a... and go ahead and sign that. That signature I've used when I was in high school. I used to have Ted's copyright 2007 to infinity, but then I thought that was kind of lame. It was kind of ambitious, too hipstery. Yeah, at one point I did ask Vivsy if she could help out with the intro, but she was super busy, so it happens. She's super busy with the project she's working on, so Mr. Vasquez, I actually did have planned on reviewing Smurfs: The Lost Village, and I actually have that video in my computer, but it's just such a bad review, I didn't want to finish it, you know. No desire. No desire whatsoever. Tips on drawing, keep doing it. If you want to draw, just keep doing it. And take advice when you can. And if you're giving the advice, don't be an asshole about it. Excuse my language. Some people can be very blunt and very disheartening when it comes to drawing. And for me, for years, I guess you could say my self-esteem went down when seeing other people draw and knowing that I could never be as good as somebody. But then as I've talked to other artists, every artist just generally feels that way, where it's like they see somebody they look up to and they aspire to be just as good as that. Like, let's say there was and it's not just drawing too, it's like producing videos too. Like, for a long time, without going and saying names, there was a video producer on a couple of sites, and he was reviewing similar content to what I did, and his production value was amazing. Like, at the time, this was the first year I was doing it, and I was filming with a crappy SD camera, and all I could think of was, man, he's got it good. He's doing it right. What am I not doing better? You know, it was kind of motivated me to focus on fixing the quality and whatnot. Because I was always, like, studying, you know, what other people were doing and how to criticize, how to properly criticize something, how to look for things without seeming too nitpicky, how to improve my comedy. I'm always learning. But there was this one producer, man, and I'm not saying any names, but, like, one day I actually messaged him and I was like, I'm just flat out jealous of you. I regret saying that, but it was just how I felt. I was like, dude, you are amazing. Amazing. I don't know if he does any do any video reviews anymore, but you know, sometimes you shouldn't let somebody else discourage you. You should always maybe find ways to improve your own craft, find your own voice, just keep doing what you're doing. I know that sounds like the most generic, you know, advice to give anybody, but it's really true. If you pretty much have to do it in order to be better, you know. That's really all I gotta say about that. The other pictures were nice. I really appreciate that. I just felt like this pose, though. Hey, girl. You know, that pose is really what I wanted to... Listen, sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but I don't do a lot of collabs. I'm just gonna say it. Just be flat out with you. I don't do collabs, or at least I do collabs. But as Animat knows, he's on the stream right now. I'm very picky about collabs. I just, and I don't have the time because collaborations are hard. They really are hard. You got to work together. You got to storm up an idea. You got to work together. It can be kind of hard. So I don't have time. I don't got the time. Now I got Misha. Thank you for sending me that link. I'll go ahead and check that out later. I see a question for anticipated animated films. I think I answered that one on the last stream, so it'd be kind of hard. Ryan, I love Double Toasted. I love everything Double Toasted. I love Double Toasted. They are my favorite guys. They're the men. They're the dudes. Go ahead and say thank you there. Thank you for that. Hey man, wish I can collaborate. If I can get everybody the time, I would do it. Love that toasty goodness. I don't have the merch though. I know Corey is really pressuring people to get that merch, that toasty goodness all over. No, but I've been a big fan of Double Toasted for years. Since they've started. I've been a fan before they were Double Toasted when they were Spill.com. I know that there was the other site, one of the other producers, and who's also gone on to write Doctor Strange. In case you didn't know, one of the reviewers from Spill.com wrote Doctor Strange. Carlisle, as I've known him, C. Robert Cargill, who's written, a big budget Marvel movie. Like, that's cool. That's cool. And yeah, Nathaniel, Corey did work on Space Jam. That's his claim to fame. I'm going to answer a couple more questions, and then I'm probably going to wrap it up for the evening. Let's see what we got. So, I think this is great that you bring this up, MSUP. So, I actually recently saw one of the newer episodes of SpongeBob called... I don't remember what it was called, but it focused on, as you may know, Krabby Patty formula being stolen. This is like the newest episode to come out. And I was actually impressed. I was really impressed with the quality of this episode. I love the direction they're taking SpongeBob right now. Amazing. It looked super good. The episode before that I actually thought was a little bit better, which focused on pollution. SpongeBob trying to dive up to the surface of the water, for the sake of the episode. I know he's done it dozens of times in other episodes, but there's no sequential order to things like that. But it had Bikini Bottom polluted, which was something I don't think they've ever explored, and it looked really good, like how they did it in that episode. And is it me, or is Bubble Bath a bigger character now? I mean, he's a fat guy, he's a fat character anyways, but Bubble Bath, the character, seems to be getting more screen time than he did in the past, and I don't know why. I don't know. I watch Real Taxi every once in a while. I guess I should. He's on That Fellow in the Coat, despite the fact that he probably doesn't know that he's on That Fellow in the Coat. Who knows? Thank you, Matt. Bubble Bath, that's what I meant. I keep calling him Bubble Bath. I think that's just a force of habit since I've seen this show since I was 10 to call him Bubble Bath. But yeah, Bubble Bass. He's a bass. Yeah, comic book guy. Good comparison. So, let's see. I'll answer one more question. I know I just said that before. I don't know what Warrior Cats is. That's a short question. I'll probably... And he does look like he could take a bubble bath. That is actually very true. Oh, yes. Yes. Now I'm going to turn into Daniel Bryant from WWE. Yes. 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 Gumball. Yes. I keep up with that show. I mean, of all the modern cartoons right now, for some reason, Gumball is the cartoon that I managed to keep up with the most. And I did see half of the shipping episode. I didn't see the whole episode. But in case people don't know what the shipping is, so there's an episode that talks about shipping. So Gumball is one of the beautiful shows that breaks the fourth wall and talks about fan culture, and specifically animation culture. And somehow it's a parody of Death Note. But one of the characters in this world, in case you don't know what Gumball is a world of animated characters, all different styles for some reason, which I actually think is pretty cool. And one of the characters who's an otaku, to the point where she's got otaku on her shirt, finds a Death Note, but in this Death Note, she has people fall in love. And not only does she ship characters in her world, while also providing a commentary on the fans of this show, actual, shippings that have happened online. They include personas, or, made-up personas, and other things that you'd find on DeviantArt. And, as someone who's posted artwork on DeviantArt knows, they did a pretty good job. I gotta see that whole episode, man. But, Gumball is just one of those shows that gets it right when it comes to commenting on fan culture, So I highly recommend checking that out, especially if you're a fan of Gumball. Go check out the shipping. Someone asked one more question I would like to comment on. So someone mentioned before, favorite guilty pleasure. And I think this would be a good note to leave on. So my favorite guilty pleasure movie is kind of hard to tell. I might sound like I'm backtreading on this one, but for some reason, I've talked about two movies on the Cartoon Palooza that I admit to being more so enjoyable as guilty pleasures. One is Monkey Bone. I know a lot of people hate that movie, and they are all perfectly justified in hating that movie, but man, you can't deny that movie had style. I mean, it's all style over substance, but it had a lot of style. I mean, they put everything in the kitchen sink into the look of that world, and it introduced this idea to me of counterculture indie comic book work, which I actually thought was pretty cool. I thought that was pretty cool. So, like, Monkey Bone comes to mind, and it was one of the first reviews I did that I would consider to be, like, one of my first meh reviews, like my first okay reviews, because I talk about the negatives and I also talk about the positives. I admit that to being a guilty pleasure, more enjoyable as a guilty pleasure. And one more film that I would consider a guilty pleasure, probably Space Jam. I mean, my review, if I remember, I actually forgot what I rated what I rated Space Jam as, but I'll go out and say that Space Jam is an okay movie. Unless I'm completely wrong and I did give it a forget about it. You guys can correct me on this. If I get the own rating to the movie I review, because it's been a while since I've seen it, I would actually go and say there's some guilty aspects. Maybe if I did give it a forget about it rating, it's probably because it isn't a great movie. But I'm positive that I gave it an okay. I'm positive I gave it an okay. I'd have to go back and check that out. I don't remember. I actually don't remember what I rated my own movie. But I do actually think I enjoyed Space Jam more as a guilty pleasure. I'm a horrible critic. Thank you, Nathaniel. I had to have given it an okay, because it's been a while since I've seen that movie, but I do remember it being an okay movie. Wow. Guys get heated on this type of stuff. Be careful, guys. It's just a cartoon. All right. I think this would be a good time for me to cut for the night, so I'm going to go ahead and stop. But I appreciate you guys sticking around with me. So we're going to... Hey, don't mention it, man. Don't mention it. Don't mention it, man. This is fun. See you later, guys. This has been a lot of fun. I enjoy doing it, and I enjoy you guys watching it. Take care, everybody.